The other day, a stranger asked me for advice. They wanted to know the best place to bring their wife. And I said, that depends. Is she dead or alive? You didn't like that. But this led me to the idea that I should get back on Quora and answer some strangers' questions. If you're unfamiliar with this site, it is by far the craziest thing I have ever encountered in my entire life. For example, this guy said, my neighbor has very sheer curtains and you can see into her bedroom really well at night. Should I tell her? I said, you should tell her immediately. Personally, I would go knock on her window and let her know as soon as I saw that. And that is true if she's on the first floor. If she's on the second floor, I would just go get a ladder and then bring it up to her house and then just knock on the window and be like, hey, you know, depends if her window's open. I could just whisper if it was open just to not spook her. Be like, hey, just so you know, I can see your tits. Now let's see some other answers. Let's see what we got. Holy shit, look at this guy. Jackson Man, no. If I am correct, I think they are giving you a show. My girlfriend and I was letting our neighbor's mom and dad see us having sex and they started watching. Oh God, oh, it's so graphic. Okay, well, it's this person said no. Either enjoy the show or turn your head, but don't be some a-hole hall monitor of your hood. This is not your problem, and if you're male and the neighbor is female, you'll be seen as a creeping predator. Well, I don't know. You can be nice about it when you go up to her window. Unless people are parking on the street with binoculars and causing a traffic problem, leave this alone. Don't be this guy. Wee Willie Winky runs through the town. Upstairs, downstairs in his nightgown, rapping at the windows, crying through the locks. Are the children in their bed? It's 10 o'clock. I feel like I'm in a fever dream. Who is that? Who's Wee Willie Winky? This is a fantastic example so far of just what Quora is. It's a shit show. Someone asked, what is it going to take for me to get to know you? Yeah, so basically the best way to get to know me is you start off by sending nudes. That's typically what, oh shit, hold on. If hot woman, oh, I accidentally said a 0 instead of a, whatever. Yeah, I mean, come on. That's, I'm gonna get to know you real quick, if that's the case. All right, ladies, no, don't do that. All right, whatever. Well, let's look at some answers. Oh, well, hello. Kitty Cream said a follow and DM. And those are some nice pair of eyes she has. Is that her real name? Oh, and she's Slef employed. Let's see the comments on this one. I'd cream that kitty. The next question, why do I want my wife to get impregnated by a stranger? I don't know. Maybe you're freaking weird? That's your job, dude. What the actual freak? What the actual frick is happening? Who would want that? That's not a real person. That's a freaking weirdo. I would never let a stranger do that to my wife. What the hell? We signed an agreement. Or is that how marriage works? We made a goddamn pact, a blood pact. Again, I don't know. Okay. Let's take a deep breath and look at some comments. Maybe there's some people out there that have the same mindset as me. Bob CCL said, I've wanted mine to have a black baby for years. We've even talked about it. It's a miracle it hasn't happened yet, but if it does, we'd both be good with it. It also says in his bio thing, my wife went black only 8 years ago with my approval. What does, I am stressed out. What side of the internet have I just reached? Miss Catherine said, perhaps you can gather a diverse group of men to gangbang her and be surprised to see what it looks like when it comes out. I don't know if that's even legal, to be honest. That doesn't seem completely street legal. What is the point of staying clean from drugs? That's a good point. I'm getting back on them. It was fun while it lasted. I enjoyed being sober, but now that I think about it, there is none. I couldn't think of one in that 10 seconds it took me to type this out. So I'm kind of just over it. And I think it's more fun to just be, you know, on something fun like fentanyl. What is the most romantic name you have ever been given? One girl called me bitch tits. That felt pretty romantic. The bar's low. Is there a waiting room before entering heaven or hell? Yeah. That's where Kanye is gonna be while they pull up his tweets. He's kind of bordering, not sure if it's a joke or he's dead serious. Kanye is, unfortunately, my goat when it comes to music. When it comes to his stances on, I don't know, everything, he's like my least favorite. So I just think he's gonna be there. And granted, I do have to say, this is 100% where I'm gonna be too, because they're gonna see every joke I've ever made and be like, holy fuck, this guy should be there for eternity. But then they see the way I treat people, they're like, oh, this guy is kind of nice, actually. He's thoughtful to people. Oh shit, I just forgot about those murders. Is it normal to touch women? In theory, but if you're a weirdo freak Bob, then no. However, if you're an average male that has full consent from a woman that you may touch her, then you are free to graze her shoulder. In parentheses, the first place you can normally touch. That is typically where I am allowed to touch first. That's like the tier 1 zone. So a shoulder graze, even that can be a lot for me. That's like, you know, I get it very, very excited. Another tier 1 is like a ear tug. And a third one could be like a knee squeeze. And you just kind of want to work your way up from there. Just see how things are going. But again, if you're like a freak Bob, you're a weirdo, you're a creepy looking psychopathic cuck lord, then you're gonna have a tough time. And realistically, you should probably never touch a woman. Are people in their 80s old enough? Yes, cut them off. Their time has come to an end. If they start mouth breathing, oh my god. Their time is up when they start breathing out of their mouths. I said it, and I know that's a bit wild for people, but god damn it, when they're out in public, walking around all slow and breathing out of their mouths. And don't even get me started when they're driving. I will absolutely lay on the horn and just ram into their car until they get off the road, until I run them off the road. Get off the road. You shouldn't even be on there in the first place. Before you say anything, no, it's not the next day. This is 2 days later. What do you say when someone asks you what you like to eat? Your mother. That is typically what I say. However, it is not the only thing I like to eat. I also like your sister. But I like all food, to be honest. I used to be a super picky eater. Now I can fucking put down. I can just put down. I would say I like Mexican the best, though. There's just something about those Mexicans that they just nail food. They nail it down pretty good. Speaking of getting nailed, let's go to the next one. Have you met someone who can't take a joke? Yes, and they suck butt for real. Go touch grass, you nerd. Hashtag yawn. I can't, Jesus Christ. Someone who can't take a joke is genuinely one of the worst things of all time. You gotta be able to laugh at just about everything. That makes life so much better. That's why I make these videos for not only myself, but for other people so that they can laugh. Fun fact, the most depressed I'd ever been, YouTube was the only thing that helped during that time, which is kind of like one of the real reasons why I'm doing this, so that I laugh, other people laugh, and it makes them feel good and happy. It's the best. Someone who can't take a joke? I don't know. I guess they could just fucking die in a hole. And if they get mad, oh my God. You know, I don't want to be too extreme or anything, but if someone like gets offended, I would simply tell them to piss off. Why is someone not talking to me now? Me 24/7. I'm so lonely. No, I'm kidding. I have people I talk to constantly. And then I have people who I talk to occasionally. So I hope you enjoyed that bit of information. I don't know. I don't even know why I said that. What are some good excuses for not attending someone's wedding? Oh, I got some good ones. Okay, give me a second here. I said, dog got ball cancer. My house just got swept away in a flood. I have a Shrek marathon scheduled for that day. Couldn't find any clothes. Can happen. Accidentally contracted AIDS. It can work. My roommate just slipped me fentanyl. I can't come in today. So, okay, that one sounds like a work excuse, and I have used that before. This one's for if you ghost them and respond after the wedding already happened. Sorry, I just woke up from a coma that was caused by a group of angry youths attacking me because I didn't like the way I walk. This is something that has happened before. They didn't like the way I walk, and so they just started beating my ass. And they broke my thumb. They stole my socks, but left me my shoes. It was a weird attack. I don't know what they were aiming for. They just hated the way I walked. They looked at me and they're like, hey, you walk like a fucking idiot. I was like, what? How am I supposed to walk different? And then they just started ripping on my ass. And then I woke up 2 months later and I was like, holy shit, I gotta change the way I walk. I don't want that to ever happen again. So yeah, the rest of these, I also think they would work. Try them out and let me know, I guess. How do I trust a cheating wife? Just pretend she didn't cheat. That's what I do in every relationship. It's not that hard. I'm joking. That's only happened... no, 2 out of 4 relationships. So, not too bad. Well, I can't say the second one was cheating, but she did leave me for another man, so it's kind of like, you're on... That's true, but it's funny in hindsight, because I knew it was coming. So, what are you gonna do? I wasn't, like, in love, so it was fine. And I know you're probably like, whoa, how could someone ever cheat on this guy? He seems so mentally stable. What are the best comebacks when someone calls you gay? I'll show you, gay! Then punch him in the face. And then you pull their pants... No, that's... No, I'm not gay. Another one? Is a woman who has cheated a lot able to just stop cheating? Yeah, probably. And then I said, fix that stroke game, lil bro. Because that's probably the issue, is that he doesn't know how to stroke his shit. Okay, why did I say that? Your stroke game needs to be that of Bob Ross. It needs to be fluid and beautiful. And his is probably like a dyslexic, color-blinded, bumbling idiot or something. It's probably like he's in 3rd grade. Holy shit. My husband is changing genders. What do I do now? Change yours in retaliation? This is war, okay? You are switching sides and trying to make me look gay. Absolutely not. Two can play at that game. Could you imagine that level of disrespect? They're so mad at you that they swap genders and they're like, I'm gonna make him look gay. How do you politely refuse alcohol at social events without making it awkward? You say, I will not be drinking alcohol tonight, but I would like to thank you for trying to include me. However, each time I am asked again, I will start eliminating people around me one by one until no one is left at this party. This is all what I would say. However, I'm an alcoholic and I love drinking. No, I'm not an alcoholic, but I do like to drink. Realistically, I probably drink... Oh God, I feel like I'm talking to my doctor. I drink at most 2 nights a week and I might have like 3 to 5 drinks. I'm a lightweight, mind you, so I don't need a whole lot. It's pretty great. Can a homosexual go to heaven? Yeah, they just gotta apologize. The Christians seem to have it down. They do whatever they want, from what I've seen. I'm not trying to generalize, but I do see that they just do whatever the fuck they want, and then kind of just apologize for it later. So if you are homosexual, just become a Christian and just constantly apologize for it, and you're gonna end up there. Honestly, it's a win-win because you can still keep doing it, but you just be like, sorry, I just nutted in that butt. How do you deal with people who call you ugly? Oh my God. I would literally bawl my eyes out. I would curl up in a ball and absolutely piss out of my eye sockets. I already feel ugly. I don't need that shit to be voiced. That is just insane that someone would call me ugly to my face. I can't mentally handle that right now. Like realistically, I would be weeping for days on end. And then while I'm sitting there weeping, someone would in theory come up to my window and be like, hey, just so you know, your blinds are see-through. And that's when I would probably cry even harder, because then that means that everyone has seen my penis, which is more so like a giant clit. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. One piece of advice before I go. Here's a good one. If you see an old person that fell down and they're like on their back like a turtle, don't flip them over. That's called natural selection. It's their time to go.